Hello, how you going? Long time no see. I'm back. I've been busy, but that's all right. It's life. It gets in the way sometimes. But no, flat out. But I'm back today for a quick little tip and a little demo about, demonstrating the tip that I'm talking about in practice. And that is that something we all forget from time to time, and that is to make sure we're mixing colours on the paper, not just in the palette. If you're mixing colours in the palette because you want something flat, sure. But always mix on the paper. It's one of the few things we have, one of the many advantages we have with watercolour is that we don't have to, what we put on the paper is not going to be what's there once it dries, because it moves around. It's not a static medium. So we need to take advantage of that, all right? So I'm just going to come over and I'm going to show you a couple of things. Be a short little video today. I hope you enjoy it. Please feel free to comment, tell me what you've thought of it. Look at all these other videos here and there and stuff. And subscribe, like, share, blah, 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 blah. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your support and I'll talk to you soon. But let's head over to the palette. Or the paper. It's not a palette. That's not a palette. That's paper. But anyhow, let's have a look. I will just bring that down a bit. There we go. So it looks a bit more nicer. There we go. There you go. That'll do. All right. So let's take a couple of colours. Just raw colours. Let's go some cobalt blue. Might be a bit dirty. That's all right. Cobalt blue. Let's mix it up. There we go. A little bit of water. Whoop, 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 whoop. Cobalt is our first one. So let's do this. It's obviously dry paper. This is the Bao Hong rough paper, this one. All right. That is good. Now, let's wash that out. Let's get another colour. Let's go for a little bit of alizarin. Or in my case, it's the Schminky Bordeaux, which is brilliant. Same mixture, we're talking probably coffee consistency. And I'm just going to paint over that in much the same way. And I'm going to let it go. Let it go. Sorry, I had to. Alright, now what I'm going to do, surprise, surprise, is I'm going to mix them on the palette. Mix them all together, the same mixtures, the same colours, the exact same mixtures that I've just used. Just mixing them so it's all uniform and one colour. Alright, now we will do this. How we apply the paint is not that important to demonstrate this. Awesome. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I'll just dry that. I'm just going to do the same thing, just with two different colours again. Two different ones. Let's go a bit of orange. This is a Schminky transparent orange, which is one of my absolute favourite colours in the world. We do that. And what colour shall we put over the top of it? Let's go turquoise. Let's go a bit of turquoise, why not? Turquoise. Here we go. Right, now let's mix them together, just like we did with the other colour. This is all mixed so they're a uniform colour in the palette. Alright, we'll just forget about those for a second. That didn't really want that little bit of stuff coming down there, but that's alright. You get that on the big jobs, it's okay. It's alright. No harm, no foul. Alright, so I'm just going to let those dry. Let them dry and we'll be right. Okay. And here are we going to do this. I'm going to show you a couple little tricks just to do a bit of a fun experiment in mixing colours. Now I've just got masking tape here and I'm just balling it up. It's something I show my students all the time. Let's do this. It's a good exercise. Kind of like, I don't know, walking. I guess I wouldn't know. Probably should. Go. Stick little random bits, doesn't matter. Some bigger bits, some smaller bits. Let's make that one a bigger one there. And we'll do one over here. Thinking composition. Just don't space them evenly. We need to let them do their thing. Yeah, there's a little bit there. Let's go up here. That'll do, and let's do one just. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a 7th one there. Let's make that one quite big. There we go. That's cool. All right, beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that just one of the best things you've ever seen? Right. So here we go. I'm going to spray this down a little bit. I really want to not get anything on there, so just spray it down a bit. Clean water. Right, that'll just do its thing while we paint this. Let's have a look. Get a soft brush, softy, brushy, and let's go like this. Look at that, liquid gold. Quite literally, didn't even mean that little thing. Right, and let's get another one. Let's go that turquoise we were just doing. Let's get some of that in there, eh? Oh, look at that, splashed right there. Whew. Genius, meant it. Pick up whatever colours you want. If you're doing this exercise, which I highly recommend you do because it's good fun, just use whatever colours you like. That's fine. The only thing I would say, tone-wise, even in a funny piece like this, still important to have that depth and that difference and variety. We want to go quite strong down the bottom, I reckon. So, shoop. Let's get this funky Paris blue in there. A couple of dry strokes is good. Banga, banga. That's good, 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 good. Now, what I want to do, I want to get a little bit more of that turquoise. I really love that bit. Just going to get a bit more. Put it about there. About there. About there. And just chuck it around. Some dots and dashes. Just a bit of water on its own is good. Let it run. And some neutral tint or black or whatever you want, just as long as it's watery so it dissipates, it should be alright. A couple of little bits like that. Now isn't that brilliant? Yeah, I can hear you saying right now, it's brilliant. You're a genius. Okay? And I get it, look, it's hard work. But what I want to do, I want to get a bit more of that orange. That orange is really nice. A bit more of that in there, up there. Why not? Okay, I'm going to dry this off. I will pause this video, pause the microphone so you don't have to hear this. All right, here we go. All right, it's dried off, and I've removed the zip tape. And I'll show you how I'm just going to finish this little bit off, but I'll just let it cool down. That's a good tip for when you're using a hairdryer. Just let it cool down for a second, so you don't, because whatever you put on there now while it's warm is just going to dry straight away. But that's cool. Oh yeah. Won't be a second. All right. So, as you can probably tell, we've got a bit of a abstracty stuff going on here, which I like. Now, I'm going to come over here. Ooh, that's a bit too much paint I just picked up. That's all right. Just going a bit of a shadowy sort of colour. There you go. So, let's just pretend we've got some nice shadows. Bit more red. Oop. Yeah, and all of a sudden you can start developing a few little flowers and things. Boop. It's all just abstract fun, but the point is of this whole exercise is to see what happens when you allow paint to mix on the paper. You get watercolours that aren't boring. It's a scourge on society. Some say it's, disenfranchised youth. I say it's boring watercolours. I don't know what these flowers are. They're just nondescript, generic flowers. It doesn't matter. It's just an exercise, but it's fun. And sometimes you can get them looking really nice. Like completed, almost complete, dare I say, proper paintings. Just let your brush sing, spinning around. Don't cover too much of the good stuff. A little bit of splatter. Get a bit of, what's this? This is an opaque pink. So let's splatter a little bit of that as well. Just for something different, why not? There you go, it's bleeding. Looks good. Awesome, let me just dry this off quickly and we'll have a look at it once the tape's off. Alright, I'll just dry it off just a little bit, Let's have a look at some of this stuff. Now, over here, on our little mixy bits, you will see some stuff, which is good, because that's what we're on YouTube for, to see stuff, right? Oh, sorry about that, I hit the camera, dig it. Okay, here we go, we're getting there. Taking all the tape off. Swear to God, I should be part owner in a masking tape company. That'd be good. Okay, so the stuff that we're doing right here is we are looking at mixing on the paper. Same two colours, just applied in a different way. One looks like a swatch for a wall colour that you get in Bunnings or a hardware shop. You know, like I like a wall that colour. And the other looks like a watercolour because it's mixed and mingled. That was just applied straight on the paper. That was mixed in the palette and applied. Same story here. Applied and mixed on the paper, mixed on the palette. They're closer to these two. However, if you look closely, this is a lot flatter. This has got more vibrancy to it, more little bits. So if you're going to paint a picture of a wall on the side of a building in your painting, do that. Make it more interesting. Unless you're doing a rendering of a boring modern townhouse. Sure. So, and this little thing here, this is just a fun little exercise to see all the little bits of watercolour that we can get when we don't really control it. We let it just go nuts and do its thing on the paper. So, this bit here, awesome. Love it. Didn't mean it. Love it. All this stuff, all this, little bit of lighter orange, darker stuff. Coming down here, we've got some blooming out there and some granulation going on down here. Everything's sitting in, so look at that. Heaps of cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that little exercise and that little demo. And please leave your comments. Please like everything I do. Love it if you want. You can like it, share it, comment. I'd love to interact with you guys. So say hello. I look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.